Good evening. Welcome. Hi. You back?
I think this program's testing us out. Do you know? Every time we go to line, right down to last minute, something happens, doesn't it? Let me have a look who's in your chat. Noxie, how we doing? Kelsey, Gladdy, Bibby, good to see you guys. I hope you can hear me. Am I too quiet? You'll have to let me know.
No, you're okay. You sound all right to me.
I've never been right.
Shout out to Kelsey.
Shout out to Kelsey
in the chat.
There you go.
Well, I came on tonight, guys, at 10 to, nice and early, and I'm talking away to Paul, and he's out of sync. It was like a bad ventriloquist.
It was like when I was young and we had to sit in the sink.
You remember them? Do you remember them Japanese movies, them martial arts ones where the dubbed over the top? It was like one of those. Hiya, Jeff. Are you all right, mate? And then just we're going to put the intro at the countdown.
Hope you're well, though. You come in a bit late last night. What happened?
Hiya, Notted. Just as I were about to do his countdown, I disappeared. I don't know where I went. I had to come back in.
What's that, baby? Saw someone clipped your short you made the other day, and the subtitles said something very naughty.
Oh, that'd be one of mine. I better have a look at that.
Is it one of yours? Okay. Yeah. I don't recall doing any shorts. So
what's Kelsey on about there? Noxie, keep it PG, please. Oh, parental guidance. Behave yourself tonight, Noxie. I'll have a look at that, baby lad. I don't need anybody.
So how did you know it was you?
Because the techno short I'd done, and
right,
and in shorts it puts subtitles on.
Oh right, don't you get a message from YouTube when somebody's clipped your shorts?
Well, I haven't done. But
right, because I thought that when somebody's used one of your shorts or part of your video or stuff like that, you normally get something from YouTube saying this person's used that, or I can't remember exactly what it is because I don't get many of them. But I always go into my settings and stop people being able to clip, if that makes sense. I don't know whether it does, but it makes sense in my head. But there you go. I'm just a thick Yorkshire gate. Well, I'm a thick Viking Yorkshire gate. Great.
I'm just checking now and I'm going to look. What kind of week you had then, Paul? Are you still on an eye?
I am, yeah. Life just gets better and better and better. I'm just waiting for this call from Lottery to say that I won $1 million, and my life's just whoosh, flying.
I've just got a notification saying, well, Grandad Chegg is now live.
Oh, there you go.
So I've just got that notification. So they do work now and again, the notifications. They don't always work, everybody complains about them.
I can tell you, I told you the other day, didn't you? Mine, well, that's why I knew you were live the other day, because it popped straight up on my computer saying Bobby's live.
Right. Yeah. So they do work sometimes.
Yeah.
Thanks, baby. I've had a look and I'll sort that out, mate. Thanks, Kelsey. This is what friends are for, you see. They keep you updated. So Kelsey, Paul's been telling me you've been offered your services.
I know, that sounds disgusting, you dirty old man.
Well,
get away with you.
I was right proud of you, Kelsey. I thought, well, what a lass she is. She's offering to look after an old man there with her services. So, anybody
totally wrong.
It's all in good faith. It's all above board, and I think it's a lovely gesture that you've offered there, Kelsey.
You put it out there now. Look.
I don't know if Paul wants to tell people or not.
You've got, not that it wasn't me either, love. You've got Bibby saying offering services. Yeah, get in.
63 million. I've never won 63 quid. Never mind 63 million. That's bloody daft money, isn't it?
Yeah, it's too much for it.
Anyway, at our age, Paul, what would we do with that?
I'd spend the bugger.
I'd die young, I know that.
I'd be like Viv Nicholson. You'd spend.
I think I'd last 6 months.
Oh, I think I'd last a little bit longer.
Bit longer than that?
Yeah, a month. But
I am.
yeah, Kels, I'll explain.
He's been cheeky.
Right, I'll explain. So I've got to move from this tiny flat to another tiny flat coming up, and the new tiny flat needs a lick of paint, and Kelsey offered to come and help me to paint, which I thought was really, really nice. And so that's what it was. So when he says she's offered her services, it was to help an old man paint some bloody walls.
What we've learnt there, Paul, is who's got the dirty minds in the chat.
Well, we do. Who's got the dirty minds?
It's that bloody Noxie and Baby at it again.
But I have, but I don't put it in the chat.
No, I just wanted to mention it, Kelsey, because I thought that's a lovely gesture. Is that?
It is. I'm overcome with emotion.
There you go. Have you seen what Noxie's put? And Noxie's genuine guy and all.
And nothing. Thanks for offering, Noxie, but nothing needs plastering. It's just. I don't know how to put it. It's just a bit tatty, you know. It just needs a bit.
Just a bit of a lick of paint and
half a day painting a few walls, just to make, you know, where they've had, I don't know, so much screwed to the wall, they've taken it off, and the wallpaper's a different colour than the rest of the wall. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, it just needs a lick of paint and
it just needs a lick of paint.
A good clean lick of paint. That's good. You're lucky there, because a lot of places are left in a mess, aren't they?
Well, the people who I get the flat off, you know, the I don't know what you call them.
Oh, housing
people.
Housing association.
Yeah, it's for, you know, it's one of these old people's housing association things.
Right.
And you know, they do normally leave. Well, I know it'll be clean, because that's why you don't get the key straight away, because they go in and they check everything out.
Oh, that's good.
They clean, you know, they have a bit of a deep clean normally, and stuff like that. But
that's good, yeah.
Yeah, they're all right. When I first came into this flat 4 years ago, it had curtains up, carpets are all down, and it was clean and tidy, and, you know. However, the one I'm going into doesn't have any curtains. It has a couple of blinds, but no curtains. So luckily, I've got the curtains here.
If they fit.
I'll make them bloody fit. I'm not going to go out and buy bloody curtains and shit like that. It'll fit. But
there you go. Notted's offering the services as well. You're a very popular man, Paul.
Yeah. Yeah, it only needs a bit of paint, really. That's all. It just wants cleaning up the walls. Yeah. I don't know how to explain it, really.
It's just a simple overall. Just to, because you personalise a place anyway, don't you? You know.
You know, I've got plenty of things to stick on the walls. You know, pictures, stuff like that.
Yeah. Are you checking that bookcase behind you?
Yeah.
That'd be amazing, won't it? When you move into a new place and it looks exactly the same when you come online.
Yeah, it will, yeah. I'll change it. Yeah. I might change it to I might change it to Christmas.
Oh, so anyway, how's your Danish lessons going? Have you had any yet?
No, the good thing about talking to my my new family, and they're all Danish, is everything automatically translates for you. You know, so if they put anything in Facebook, it automatically translates it, so I don't have to translate. And we got a couple of WhatsApp calls where I had to translate, but I did a couple of FaceTime calls through FaceTime through no, I don't know what you call it.
What,
Facebook. Facebook.
Oh,
Facebook.
Yeah.
And of course, if they're talking, you can put, there's a little thing where you can put on it to translate automatically.
Yeah. The only thing with translators is you can misread it, and it doesn't translate right really well. You're better off.
No, but you get the gist. That's the thing.
If you've got somebody who can speak English, like you said, there were a relative that could translate for you.
Well, yeah, I've got the person who sounds, again, it sounds wrong, but the person who sorted me out and got me, who found my father, really pointed me in the right direction. She can speak 6 different languages, so it wasn't, you know, there were no problem with speaking to her. And of course, on the same call with talking to her, I had a niece who basically could speak very broken English.
Right.
But
right.
I had on the call a person who could understand her and translate. So
well, that's ideal, is that?
Good. And maybe I would love to go out, but
yeah, Paul, I'd love to go out there. So, any ideas? Have you got one of these tricycles? These 2-seater. If you get a 2-seater, maybe you can take him. Get him. you can pedal, and he can maybe giving doing directions. You can go over on ferry together.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping that I might win on the lottery. You never know.
Never know, do you? You never know.
The days of, you know, since I've basically retired, you know, it sounds awful, doesn't it? I'm not. Since I've retired, you know, the money is a bit tight. When I have the shop, if I wanted to go somewhere, I'd just bloody go, basically.
Yeah. It's a different deal, isn't it? When you're retired, you tend to watch things you've got to do, because you can't make that difference up next week with a wage, can you?
No.
Unfortunately, you know.
I'd like to go because I've got a brother who's still alive.
He's older than you, isn't he?
A lot older, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's suffering from, don't know what you call that old man's thing, where you forget who you are.
Dementia.
Yeah. Dementia, yeah.
But
it would be nice to actually go out and meet my new family.
Yeah, because if he's elderly, you don't know if there's, you know, how long he's going to be around. I know it sounds a bit.
No, it does. I mean, we're all, well, I was going to say we're all in the twilight of our years, but I'm definitely in the twilight of my years, and the rest of my siblings are on. You know, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 siblings still alive, and they're basically all older than me, except my sister, who's like 8 years younger than me. So, yeah.
Right.
Oxy. Clary deals with dementia. I can't remember why.
Well, you couldn't remember a word.
No, well, I've told you before why I can't remember.
I know. It's something that it happens to us all. I mean, many a time I can chat with somebody, you know, in the street. I know I'll bump into them, and I can have a 20-minute chat all the way through them. I'm thinking, what's the name?
Yeah.
And I'm, you know,
You try to give them clues for them to say who they are.
Don't you? You like drop it. Yeah. Yeah. And he just goes out your head, doesn't it? He just like he's not all the time, but I get that. I get that.
Anyway, Notted, while you're on live, if you've got 10 minutes after we've finished, and give me a call, we can arrange a chat. Okay.
Hey up, Spikey. How we doing?
Spikey, just bear with me a sec.
Speaks out.
Another cracking channel.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So you'll have to take. You'll have to. Go on.
Sorry, I don't want to panic you, Bobby, but we're into double figures.
Are we? Oh, well,
we don't normally get into double figures watching.
I know why we have, because Paul hasn't sworn yet, and we're on nearly 20 minutes.
Well, I tell you, I don't swear very often now.
He's been good. He's behaved himself.
I'm quite good now.
Because YouTube only lets so many in, you know. It's only letting 5 in at a time because you swear. So now if you don't swear, they'll let more in.
Right, okay.
They're all stood at door waiting to come in. So
right. Yeah, so I don't swear now. I used to when I first started, you know, because that's
we know.
Well, that's the way I speak all the time.
Is it?
Yeah,
everybody's different, aren't they?
Expletives all the time.
Well, you know, I'm not one for
back.
I'm not one for swearing, and I don't show emotion with swearing.
Thanks, Kelsey, love, for that link.
People tend to apologise to me all the time. Well, if you want to swear, you know. But how I look at it is if somebody is passionate about something and they use that bad language, I understand. But to use it casually, I just don't. It's not something I do. But I can't. You know, I'm not offended by it. It's just that, and people always say to me, "Oh, sorry, Bobby." And if I'm in room, you know, and it's like, don't worry about me. I just don't use that language. You know, it's just me. But it's how you know.
I eat a bloody tea cake now.
But my dad never swore, you know, and I can't think of a time I've ever heard him say a swear word.
My mum never swore either. You know, it must be that age group, really. She never uttered a swear word. She used to clip me lug for saying Jesus Christ. You know, when you went, Jesus
blasphemy. Christ. We all got told
and
that, didn't you?
Whacked me round the bloody ear for it.
Yeah, Clary's picking up on your swearing.
Yeah, he said it then.
I mean, I once saw my dad hit his thumb with an hammer, and he didn't swear. He said, "Blinking hell," he says. I thought,
well, it was the hell bit.
He'd got a patient. He was a patient man when my dad, but my mum once, she was ruler. I mean, your mum was ruler in the house because she had to be. She'd no choice.
Yeah, she was the only one.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't. I mean, you know, she wasn't the only one because there was my sister's father lived with us. Well, he didn't live permanently. It was like, I don't know what you could call it. He basically lived next door.
Right.
His mother.
Right.
So, but yeah. But he never once raised his voice at me.
No. I must admit, I've never smacked my kids. It's just something I didn't do. You know, ex-wife did, but I just didn't do it. I found it. Because I grew up, and my mum used to braise because that was her job. My mum did everything. She cooked, she washed, and she bloody disciplined us. And I knew that after a while, that smack I got didn't hurt, or I tolerated it. So it didn't work. So she'd give me a clout right head or whatever, and it didn't work. So my dad said, get to bed, and locked me in my bedroom. And that worked. So I've grown up thinking that's the way to do it. So with my bairns, with my kids, that's what I did. I said, right, no pocket money, get to your bedroom, whatever. But and it really does hurt more to a kid than getting a click right here.
Well, I tell you what, there was no chance of me being sent to my room because I had another 3 brothers. We all used the same room. You had no chance of me being locked into my room.
Well,
So,
my wife's mother, she's one of 9 kids, and the eldest ones are all girls. A lot of them have gone now. And she says the eldest ones brought them up more than mother, you know, because they had to. Because mother would always popping these babies out. So it was like, you look after older ones. And her mother said she was youngest. And she says when she come along, she found out that they all wet bed. They all shared a bed. So she said, which end do you want to go? She said, shallow end.
yeah. Yeah.
No,
The old ones are the best, Bobby.
No, but that's true. No, she's got nine siblings.
Yeah.
But a lot of that happened back in the day, you know, where older ones had to look after younger ones. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to remember we used to go down into the cinema in Bradford. And there'd be my sister was 4 years older than me. I got a couple of kids on the street, and there'd be maybe 8 of us all going down to the cinema. And I bet eldest were only about 14. And we'd be going down on a Saturday afternoon, and older ones looked after young ones. And if they didn't, and they come back and young ones complained, they got a bloody telling off. You were given a lot more responsibility, weren't you, back in them days?
It was, yeah.
You know.
It was. I used to have to do teas. You know, my mum used to work until about 8, 9 o'clock at night because she worked in a cabbie in town.
Yeah.
And of course, somebody had to feed the boys because they were all older than me. And it was me.
So right.
She prepared the stuff in the morning and say, right, this is for tea tonight and that. And
yeah. Well, my mum and dad went out the house 7 o'clock in the morning, and my sister were responsible for me getting me breakfast and getting me to school. Now, they won't be allowed to do that now.
No.
Leave kids like that. But they did. But I think it's part of growing up, and I think it toughens you up.
Yeah. Well, I think you're right.
It toughens you up.
But, you know,
I mean, now they have, Paul, I don't know if you know, they have bloody breakfast clubs at school.
They do, yeah.
For those that have to start early, they can drop the kids off at bloody 7:30 in the morning. Bloody breakfast club. It's crackers.
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I think everybody did what I did. Climb out at window when they got locked in bedroom. Noxie did. 46 did.
Well, I can honestly say I've never climbed out the bedroom window to get out. I have when I was grown up, you know, to get away from somebody.
Well,
that's another story.
Well, we used to have what we called a midding over at front door, and it was a slab of concrete that over at front door. You saw a lot of it. It was a council house, you know. You see a lot of them. They'll be like it's like a rain shield. It's made of stone, concrete. Well, that was just below my bedroom, wasn't it? So I could climb out of there, stand on that, and
you had so much to get onto, yeah.
And then climb down drain pipe. But it was getting back in that was biggest problem, because you had to make sure you go at right time. And if my sister knew I'd gone, she'd lock bloody window so that I get in trouble.
You can't get back in.
You can't get back in. I'd have to break on the door. Aye.
Yeah. I do apologise for keep looking over that way, because for some unknown reason my my chat is flying through on my OBS. It's just whizzing through, and I can just read it and then it's gone. Well, it stays up for a long time. I think I've set it too high, too quick.
Well, they've been talking about tea cakes in do you call them?
See.
Do you call them tea cakes?
Well, yes and no.
We call a plain tea cake and a currant tea cake. That's what we call them here from round Highway. And Clary's just Google tea cakes. We ate them as kids. My brother used to smash his against his forehead before he ate them. Wow, you got a mad brother, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, tea cakes. Some call them balms and bloody baps and all sorts, don't they?
Yeah. You see, it's bread cakes, tea cakes. You know, there's all different terms, isn't there?
Yeah.
And
Well,
a tea cake to me, I'll tell you what a tea cake is to me. It's one with currants in.
Right.
A tea cake.
Yeah. So I've heard that before. But if I go to,
it's got currants in.
If I go to a baker shop round here, it'll say window tea cakes, plain or currant. But everybody calls them different. It's like a cheap butty. I can have it in a tea cake. That's what we'd say. And they automatically think you want a plain one. But yeah, I'm going to say something then.
It's just those. It's just the way of talking, isn't it? I know. No, it's all right because it come in my head and it's gone out again, and I'm not going to say it because I was going to talk about the Wicked Witch from the South, and I don't want to bring her back into my life.
Right.
I'll tell you. Welsh cake. I've had Welsh cake.
What are Welsh cakes?
The cakes from Wales.
Never.
Is
that same as puddings from Yorkshire?
Yeah, it's similar.
Go on, explain them.
The Welsh is they have a lot of stuff where it's made with bloody seaweed. It's got loads of seaweed in. And
right.
Again, it's like I don't know how to explain it. It's like one person's tea cake is another person's balm cake. You know?
That's right.
Words are words, you know. There isn't many things in the country where you could say, well, that's that, and everybody knows what you're talking about. You know what I mean?
End of the day, it's all bread.
You know, it's like Eccles cakes. You know?
Yeah.
I know what an Eccles cake is. You'll know what an Eccles cake is, but you go down south and say an Eccles cake, and they'll think it's something completely different.
Yeah.
You know, what the fuck are you talking about, dickhead?
Another one is, what do you call them? Scones or scones?
Well, again, it depends where you come from, doesn't it? I call them scones.
I call them scones. I always think scones are posh.
Yeah, it's a posh way of saying scone.
Scones, aye. Although it has got an E in it, the word.
Yeah, but, you know, there's lots of words that have got letters in and stuff that we don't pronounce.
I tell you what, I was talking to somebody from Hull other week, and they were talking about fish cakes in fish shop.
Yeah.
Now, Hull have a different fish cake to what we do.
Yeah.
Now, a fish cake to me, if I go in fish shop and ask for a fish cake, it's a slice of potato with fish and batter.
And so it was a piece of fish with potato on it. So it's like a potato sandwich with fish and then put in batter.
That's right.
Yeah. Now that's what we used to call fish cakes.
Yeah. Now they were saying they were from Hull that it's all minced up.
Yeah, because they mix it up with potato and all that. Like when I was in the forces, we didn't, and fish cakes were potato with fish in, all mixed together, and then you'd put in some chopped parsley, you know, salt and pepper, shit like that, and then you'd flour, egg, and bread come them.
Right.
You know, now that was a fish cake. Now, if you go in and buy fish cakes in the frozen shop, 9 times out of 10 it'll be those. You know, it won't be like we had when we were young. Well, I don't know if they still do them because I think.
You still get a fish cake around here. That about a third of price of a fish.
I should bloody hope so, because there won't be much fish in it.
In fact, the fish that's usually in it isn't the best quality fish. It's probably scrag ends, isn't it?
Yeah. That's scrag ends on lamb.
On lamb?
Yeah. You get a scrag end of lamb.
All right. Well,
There you go.
Clary's just mentioned lamb, hasn't she? A Welsh cake is made with lamb. Oh wait, I'm getting my way.
No, I think he was.
confused.
I think he was playing on a euphemism. There. I think.
No. Noxie and Clary are saying they call them dabs and chips at Dave's Chippy in Beamish Museum.
Yeah, you
I've
see,
never heard them call that before.
no, I've never heard of a dab, but it's like it's like, you know, you go out for breakfast somewhere,
Yeah,
and they say, what can I have a full English? Well, your full English and my full English will be totally different.
yeah.
Because, you know, most places nowadays, you go for a full English and they stick those Yankee shit on it. What do you call them now?
Oh, hash browns.
Hash browns, but they're not.
No, they weren't around when we were kids.
Yankee crap. No such thing as a bloody hash
And
brown.
I can't do with that. I can't do with that bloody black pudding. Oh,
well, I can. I like black pudding.
it's from wrong side of hill. Is that stuff?
No, I like black pudding. It's nice.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I always give it to Mrs.
Black pudding with it on your salad. It's absolutely cracking. You can't go wrong.
It's too dry for me. Is that stuff? Too dry.
I mean, when you say it's too dry, do you mean because you fried it or put it in the oven or
On a breakfast, if I get a breakfast when I'm out,
right, so it'll be fried.
You get a little circle of it.
Yeah, it'll be fried.
And no,
I'm on about if you put it, you don't fry it to put on a salad. You just have it as it is.
Yeah,
Take the skin off and then just dice it up. On your salad. Yeah, it's. But there you go.
And then there's because we're in a live. We've got a live here, and they're from all over the country. Everybody's from as far south as you can go to as far north you can go. And another one is loin sausage. They have it in Scotland.
Well, see, the Scottish sausage aren't sausages, are they?
It's a square.
Yeah, it's a square. Yeah, put me up when I did.
It's nice.
Yeah, it is. I did a 6-month thing up in Abbeymoor when I was in the army, and of course, I think I was the cook for. I think there was 30 of us up there, and we were building a dam for one of the local lairds or whatever. And because I used to have to go into Abbeymoor to the local butcher and put the order in, and you know, it'd give me the list, and I'd say, yeah, I want 50 sausages. You know.
Yeah.
When they got delivered, it was squares of meat, and I thought, what the fuck are these?
No skin on it, is there?
No, it's just a square of sausage meat. I thought, oh, what are these? And when I went back the following week and said, I asked for sausages, and he said, I sent them.
Loin sausage, aye. Scottish, isn't it?
Yeah. So, you know, it all depends where you come from, doesn't it?
I'm forgetting you were chefing in forces. What's white pudding then, Paul? Somebody's mentioned white pudding.
I honestly can't remember what white pudding is. I really can't.
No.
I'm going to guess.
Go.
I can't remember what white pudding is. But I could Google it, I suppose, but I'm not going to.
No, it's amazing how food can change just in your own country. Mind you, it's not, is it, Scotland?
It can change from going from, God's chosen across the hill to that pig hole.
I've never forgiven them, for beating us. It wore at Roses. And we'd got a bigger army.
Yeah, well, there you go.
And they still beat us.
My dad was bigger than theirs.
I think they booby trapped us on top. I think they got up early that morning. We weren't ready for them.
Yeah. But yeah, it's wherever you go, you can go from here I could go from East Yorkshire to West Yorkshire, and the food's completely different.
Yeah. There's always one in chat, isn't there, Noxie? What's well, I said, didn't I? What's the difference between black pudding? What's white pudding? And he says opposite to black pudding.
Yeah. Well, there you go. That's putting it politely, isn't it? I can't remember what's in it though. And to tell you the truth, I've never actually come across white pudding.
No, I've heard of it, but it's not something you hear about a lot, is it?
I feel like one of them people off TV. My earpiece keeps falling out. They're always going, yeah, what are you talking about now? Oh, yeah. Bloody thing. So I think it's because when you get to my age, your ears get bigger, don't they?
Oh, hey, do you know something? There's two things on your body that never stop growing throughout your life, and one's your nose and one's your ears, and that's true. And from the day you were born to the day you die, there's one thing that never changes, and that's your eyeballs. They're the same size when you were born as when you die.
But don't your nails grow all the time?
Oh, yes, they'll still grow after you've died.
Yeah.
Keep going.
There's another thing.
Because it's something to do with your blood. It's pumping. I don't know. Anyway, white pudding, also known as oatmeal or mealy pudding, is a traditional meat dish popular in Great Britain and Ireland. Resembles black pudding but doesn't contain blood. Instead, features pork, oatmeal, and spices. Oh,
right.
And it has a picture of it, and it is white.
Yeah, it'd be foreign shit. It'd be something the Yanks have brought across in their time. What have they done for us? Well, they're giving us that fat orange game. That's what they've done for us.
Oh, it's Scottish. It's Scottish. It says haggis. It's an offshoot of haggis. Come along at the same time. Haggis contains offal, sheep organs, while white pudding is primarily made of pork and does not include offal. Is offal all the crap?
Yeah. Well, you can't. It's not crap, is it? It's liver and heart and all those type of things, kidneys. That's all.
The stuff that you don't see a lot of. It? Bit like tripe. You like tripe?
No, I don't. I never have done.
It's the texture that puts me off.
It's like it looks like you're gonna chew a blanket, doesn't it?
Oh, that's in your when you put that in your mouth, it's horrible. It's like aubergines. I don't like them neither for that reason.
No, I don't mind aubergines, but
no. Somebody once did them. They put them on a grill on a barbecue, and I said, "Oh, they smell nice. I'll try them." And the taste were nice, but the texture, it was just no.
I often go when I go to I don't do a big shop. I shop every couple of days. I'll go in to see what's on the going off shelf and stuff like that, and that's how I.
Yes, tell my date.
Basically, I can eat anything. There's not a lot of things I don't like, but quite often I will get liver.
All right.
And for £1.90, I can get 3 meals out of it.
What?
It's cheap as chips is liver, and everybody says, "Bleh, can't eat that."
No. Well, as a kid, my mum, my dad, and my sister, my dad and my sister used to like liver with onion gravy.
Yeah.
And me and my mother, we just couldn't stomach it.
Oh, it's great,
too dry again.
Liver and sausage. It depends. You see, it depends on which liver you go for.
Right.
You go for lamb's liver, and it's a lot juicier than pig's liver or cow's liver.
Right. Knox has been Googling, look. He's got some facts up.
Yeah.
Haggis is from Lancashire. I won't put it past them Lancashire folk. They're not right in head.
Yeah, they're not. They nick everything. Thieving bastards.
They're from wrong side at till, as my dad used to say.
Yeah, they're Robert.
Them folk from wrong side at hill. You knew what he meant when he said that.
Yeah.
He was a proud Yorkshireman. my
Yeah.
dad.
Yeah, but
he used to pull me up, my dad, you know, because I didn't pronounce words right, and he put me
Yeah.
right. And you know, instead of saying baby, I'd say babby and stuff like that. Yeah, he could do it, but do as I say, not as I do. He used to try and make me sound proper.
the one I recall from when I was young was water.
Water, aye.
Aye. Can I have a glass of water?
Well, I used to
What you talk?
water, aye.
You don't talk like that in this house.
A kite. Buttons dropped off me kite.
Yeah. Kegs.
Baby will be confused now, but baby. He won't have a clue what we're on
Got
about.
me kegs. I need them.
Kegs, aye. How many people know that word? Kegs. Yeah. Get off me kegs. And me kegs, clean, mum.
Yeah.
Get me kegs sorted for morning school.
What's happened to your sound there, Bubba? You've gone a bit funny, mate.
It says it's unplugged. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you sound as though you're in a dustbin lid?
It just said it's unplugged. Just let me check.
It's just gone funny.
Just let me turn it off and on.
Yeah, Noxie, I still occasionally, you know,
Yeah.
I still say water.
Yes.
Very occasionally, but it's normally when I'm talking, you know, when I go to Brid or something and meet one of my mates from school and that, and they've lived there all their life and they've still got the twang.
Yeah, yeah.
Still talk that way. And, you know, so once you go somewhere, you tend to fall into that way of them speaking.
Oh, definitely. Noxious as they say, water up there. Now, yeah. You'll say a lot of similar words because you'll say like Ben or Babby.
Yeah.
So that there's certain words that travel, but then there's others that don't. Now, I was brought up. Me and my wife, we sound different. If you're local, you wouldn't know a difference. But there's a difference between her and me because she were from near Bradford, and I were from near Huddersfield. And Huddersfield were more broad. So there's certain words she'd never say water, she'd say water. So it were different, you know, different.
Yeah.
Even though it were only 6 miles between them. If you're local, you can tell, can't you? It'll be same with you with Bridge folk. Somebody who's just from that road, you'll know.
Yeah, you can pick it up.
Probably Scarborough and Bridlington will have a different twang.
Well, yeah, Scarborough's always had a different twang than everybody else.
But they're only 30 miles that road, aren't they? Scarborough. Don't you like Scarborough?
Yeah, I love it. It's all hills.
It is, aye. That bloody town centre. She had me shopping up that bloody, climbing up that bloody hill.
It's all bloody hills in Scarborough.
Yeah. It's
One a place I went to when I was young.
East Coast. As a kid, we used to say, but after East Coast, it were either Bridlington, Scarborough, or Filey. When we used to go on holiday, it was one of those three. I'll just let Cat
You
tell.
just pick the cat.
Yeah.
You just put the foot up the cat's ass.
No. Oh.
It sounded like it. Bloody hell.
Ooh.
Jesus, what are you doing?
She's very vocal, is my cat. You'll be getting me in trouble saying I'm a bloody RSPC. I'll be knocking on the door. No, she's very vocal. She comes sit down and cries straight away, and it's on its side of me. So she's demanding. So I let her out anyway. She's out now. So yeah, it's a difference. It's like Bradford and Leeds. You can tell difference if you're local. It's funny, isn't it?
It is, yeah. It's and I mean when you think Bradford and Leeds, it's like one big place. You know, you can. Do you know what I mean?
It is. It's a big part of West Yorkshire.
One place.
We think so, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah, you wouldn't know that I've just left Leeds and I'm now in Bradford.
Yeah, but if
you know what I mean, because
they do have a slight different twang.
Yeah, it does go into one big area, really.
So when they say where you're from, like I can say several different places because I'm close to Bradford, close to Leeds, and close to Dewsbury. But we don't talk about Dewsbury. Not the nicest of places. Barnsley. Now then, I went to Carlos has mentioned Barnsley. Now I went to school at Huddersfield, and we got a new kid one day, and he was from Wombwell in South Yorkshire. Bayek, and nobody could understand him. No one, this lad. A proper broad Yorkshire. And, we were in Huddersfield. And they sat him next to me in class. And he had this bloody snotty nose. It was always running. No wonder nobody wanted to sit next to him. Anyway, I got to understand him. I had to, had no choice. He was next to me. And every time he said something, everybody would look at me as if to say, what's he said? I used to have to explain. Because Barnsley is well, it's well strong. I think it's broadest Yorkshire accent there is, isn't it, Barnsley?
Well, I don't know, because my cousin who lived near where you are, he was absolutely, totally, we couldn't understand half of what he said, quite honestly, because he was so Yorkshirefied. I don't know what the word term is, really. His accent was absolutely unbelievable, and he used words that I'd have to say to my mum, what's he talking about?
Yeah, stuff that because
totally different.
Yeah, as we evolve, if you like.
He was. I'm just trying to think where he was now. It's close to where you are. He was up on Moor.
Oh, Moor, yeah. It's quite rural out there, so it's full of villages.
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of inbred going on, I think. So
yeah, probably a bit like
that. It sounds comical, that, but in fairness, a lot of these little, if you want to go back over 100 years ago, and these little bloody villages they're all a bit dodgy. They've all got crooked noses and play banjos.
I can't play a banjo.
I
heard you can, though.
Yeah, I can. I attract all sorts of people. But, but it's a true fact that, on a serious note, there was a lot of inbreeding going on, 200 years ago in little villages.
Of course, because, people weren't mobile.
No.
So.
Oh, they lived in a village, never left it, ever.
Yeah.
All the life.
Born and bred in one village, and that's it. Never moved.
There's a small place called Scholes near me, and it's a small village. And a lad I know, I used to work with, he born there, lived there all his life. If he went out, and if he left village, he got lost. And he was 44 before he found a woman that wanted to marry him. And he was christened in village. And he wanted to get wed in village, but Vicar said no, because his future wife had been divorced. He was gutted, absolutely gutted.
Oh, right.
I'm saying, he was seriously upset, because that was just his world. But 200 years ago, that was everybody's world, wasn't it? In these small places.
Yeah, because it took you 3 weeks to get on horseback from Brig to Hull.
Well, there's a pub in our town, and it's a stagecoach pub. That's not the name of it. And stables are still there from when people used to travel. Yeah. 200 years ago, and they said, where did Sheffield to York. This was a stop off, and it took them 3 weeks to get there.
Yeah.
Sheffield to York, 3 weeks, and there's all these stagecoaches.
Just a little thing of useless information. But whenever you see a pub called something like the Three Horseshoes or something to do with horses, you normally find it was a staging inn for the
travellers.
Keep the horses, and then they come up, change
overnight stays,
night, and move on.
Overnight stays.
So when you see something 3 horseshoes, 4 horseshoes, or a horseshoe in hand, or out like that on a pub name, you normally find that they date all the way back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And
Yeah.
well, that one in our town, you can't get an internet connection because the walls. I'm not joking. There must be 1 metre thick, 3 foot thick. He said that building will never fall down. It's a proper old building. But Kelsey just says, I've got a pal from Oxenhope, and they're basically all one family.
Yeah.
There. But Oxenhope's a lovely place, but it's just as I said, Oxenhope. It's out in sticks, if you like. It's But that's how they lived, wasn't it? That's it. That was how it was. So you're looking at your genealogy. There's a lot of. We're all over the world at the same time. It must be confusing, Paul.
Oh yeah, it is. I think I've come across 2 in my research in my family line, and I've come across 2 who married first cousins.
Right. It'd be illegal now, wouldn't it?
I don't think you can marry a first cousin now. I think you can marry a cousin, can't you? But not a first cousin.
Well, bloody royal family have all done that, haven't they?
Well, that's why they bring in every so often, every couple of generations, they'll bring in new blood.
Yeah, because that Princess Diana, she was a relative, wasn't she? Royal family.
Yeah, but it was a way back relative, if you see what I mean. Wasn't a close relative.
No.
So it was basically when Diana came in, she was like new blood. But I mean, Kate is one.
Yeah.
Brought Kate into the family and brought new blood into the family. So yeah, it's just how it worked.
The bred for it and all that. Let's be honest.
Yeah, you get.
She was bred to be a princess and that, or a queen or whatever she'll end up being.
Queen. She'll end up being queen.
Well, she shouldn't have to use that title.
No, but that's what she'll end up being, whether she uses it or not. She's still with the bloody queen.
She married a king.
And she might be might be like Larry Grayson. He was a bit of a queen.
So Larry Grayson, he was a comic. A lot of people don't know he is, A lot of people don't.
Yeah.
They don't
you
know.
Would if you said shut that door, they'd know straight away.
What were he called now? Harry Worth. Remember Harry Worth?
Oh yeah.
You've got a look of Harry Worth actually.
Harry Worth. Do you remember him doing that thing where he used to go and stand on the window?
Yeah.
And he used to go like that.
Is that one arm like that? And he looked like
and it looked like there were 2. Yeah, I can remember it well.
Aye, people, anybody under 40 tells you on about.
Yeah, Harry Worth. I love him.
Harry Worth, aye.
All those, yeah.
Dick Emery, another one. Remember Dick Emery?
Oh, Dick, yeah, I love Dick Emery.
He was daft as a brush, wasn't he? Get dressed up as a woman.
I told you about Dick Emery before, haven't I?
I don't know. Have you?
Well, Dick Emery used to do sketches. And he had one where he was, I don't know, a colonel or something. He was an officer, high up officer. And he did 2 of his episodes at the barracks I was at in 1970.
All right. No, you haven't told this story.
Oh, I thought I had. I was an extra in one of them. I was a soldier who stood in the phone box. So that was my extra on TV.
Your claim to fame.
My one of my claims to fame. I did another one, an extra on one of his programs where he'd filmed it at the barracks in London, and I was in the background in me chef's whites in the background.
Right.
So.
Aye, but he was a character like you, not a lot, but like you.
He was funny.
He was to dress up as that woman and push people out of the way.
He did, yeah. Yeah, he did. He dressed up as all sorts. He used to.
Oh,
It was a
character
crack.
used to say, "Dad, Dad." He used to have another actor, and it was they played father and son, daft as brushes. Aye, they're all dead and gone, aren't they? And that was 70s, wasn't it? 70s TV.
70s, yeah. He was. Well, that's.
I mean, bloody hell.
I was. I can't remember how old I was. 19, I think. In 1970, something like that.
But
19.
And a big name who was never off telly. Everybody knew him. I bet a lot of anybody in the Foxy won't know who he was. Arthur Askey.
Oh, Arthur, yeah.
Little Arthur Askey. Song and dance man, wasn't it?
I'll tell you another one. Old Mother Riley.
Old Mother. Oh,
Old Mother Riley.
yeah, yeah. Oh, them days have
Jimmy
gone.
Wheeler. Oh, get in, Jimmy Wheeler. They're all coming back to me now.
Oh yeah. Arthur Asking. What about Max Wall?
Max Ball, yeah, but he was fairly old, wasn't he? You know.
He did that silly dance, did that silly walk.
Yeah, he did.
And he ended up in Crossroads.
Did he?
Oh, I was acting. I always remember seeing him as a kid in Crossroads, and
right.
he played handyman. Fix this plug, basically.
All right, okay.
This was Max Wall, and you know how he was right dry how he spoke, really.
Yeah, he was, yeah. And
this was him. They brought him a donkey jacket out to put on because it was his first day at job. And I always remember this. He looked at it, passed it back. He says, "That's for jacket. You can give it back to donkey."
Something I never watched.
He used to make me laugh. Yeah, they've all gone, haven't they? But they were all round entertainers, weren't they?
Yeah, it was that. Yeah, it was. There was some funny ones.
Now you don't have to be talented to get on TV. You know.
No, controversial. You've got to be.
That's it. Aye, it wonders out. Then
the more controversial you are, the more time you'll get on the television.
Yeah. But as you were brought up with these people we're talking about, if a new one come along, you'd look and go, "I wonder what he does, what talent he's got," because they all had some talent, didn't they?
I think the back in the day, the comedians were comedians, if you see what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they did a lot of things, a bit like Benny Hill. You know, he would do sketches and all that kind of stuff.
He was huge in America, wasn't he? They loved him in America.
But you know, you don't get many comedians nowadays who do like sketchy things and those type. No. I can't explain what I mean.
It's a different world.
All they do is the stand-up comics.
Yeah, the sheets. 2 minute wonders that they're not round 40 year like some of them were. No. Ernie and Wise and people like that, and Bob Monkhouse, and they were around for years and years and years, weren't they?
Yeah.
But anyway, Paul, we're coming up to an hour, my friend.
Are we? Oh, we are, yeah.
It's gonna fly past.
That's flown past, and we haven't really talked about now, besides black pudding and white pudding.
Well, we've had a good old chat, and the lovely people in the chat have joined in.
Been into bread across the pond, across the hill.
Oh, we've been around the world tonight. We've talked about everything, haven't we?
We've been to breeding. Get in. Anyway, folks.
Well, listen, you're I think you're going to be getting a call. You might get a call from Knotted. But I'll say goodbye to everybody and let Paul say his goodbyes. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And I hope to see you all again next week where we have a casual chat and you can join in because we do read the chat and we bring you into conversation. And thanks again. And I'll pass you over to Paul.
Sometimes you jog my memory and a memory pops out. And yeah. So anyway, folks, I've enjoyed my hour. It's flown by really quick. So because it's flown by really quick, I must have enjoyed it. So thanks for coming. Don't forget, there's a like below, or even one of those if you don't like it. Put it in. It all helps. And if you're watching on the sidelines and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And
please leave a comment. The stream's about to finish. Leave your comment. Refresh the page. Leave a comment. You can't leave one now. You have to refresh it as soon as it's ended. Please do that. Respect.
There you go. So live long and prosper. And TTFN. And hope
goodbye from me. Goodbye from me.
And it's a goodbye from him and a goodbye from me.
Catch you later.